Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Muhammad Taufik Effendi bin Poniran with matrix number TM23009. Today, I will present a case study of the Texas City Refinery explosion on 23 March 2005. We will cover the background, a full methodology, sequence of events, discussion of failures, combined lesson learned, and also the final conclusion that we can apply to industrial practice. So, let's begin. This disaster was occurred during the startup of the ISOM unit where a series of poor decisions, faulty instrument and safety culture aligned to create a catastrophic event. It was resulted in 15 fatalities, 180 injuries, and massive financial with reputational loss of the company. It was triggered by equipment failures, poor safety culture, and procedural deviation. The refinery also had a history of ignoring safety warnings and operating with outdated equipment, which made the system vulnerable. Now, the full sequence of the event. At 2:05 a.m., the ISOM unit was restarted after the maintenance. Early in the restart, an operator relied on the torque tube displacer level transmitter that had not been calibrated for the actual product specific gravity. So that led to a false low level indication. The operator will believe that the tower was safe at 2.7 meters, while the true level was already about 4 meters. The restart paused because downstream tanks were full, then resumed when a late supervisor ordered restart despite missing the morning briefing. Critically, the heavy raffinate outlet remained closed due to miscommunication. This removed the intended outflow path. The furnace were lit and the supervisor left without assigning oversight. As heating increased, so did liquid volume in the tower. The transmitter still read safe due to miscalibration and the faulty secondary alarm. By early afternoon, the tower was overfilled. The liquid was pushed into the vapor lines. The relief valve dumped relieved the product into the blowdown drum. The drum overflowed and vented 10,000 liters of flammable fluid to the atmosphere. Meanwhile, a nearby diesel truck was backfired and ignited the cloud. The explosion followed. Each step compounded the previous one. The accident was the result of converging failures, not a single mistake. Now for the discussion. BP had significant issues in process safety management. Safety leadership at the executive level was weak, and decisions were often driven by financial targets rather than risk control. The refinery focusing only on personal safety indicators like injury rates while ignoring process safety indicators such as equipment condition, alarm performance, and maintenance backlog. This imbalance had led the management to believe the plant was safe despite major underlying hazards. The result was inadequate staffing, poor training, and ignored safety recommendation. Next is mechanical integrity and instrumentation failures. The disaster also exposed serious on mechanical integrity failures. The level transmitter was not calibrated for the correct fluid, giving false readings. Both the primary and secondary height level alarms failed. The side glass was dirty, making manual verification impossible. The manual van, the manual, the manual van valve did not function, and the blowdown drum alarm failed as well. This combination of equipment and instrumentation failures remove multiple layers of protection. And lastly is the operating procedures and NOC failures. Operating discipline at the refinery was poor. Informal, unofficial procedures were widely used, and operator frequently exceeded safe limit during startups. Level control was often kept in manual mode, increasing human error risks. Management of change. procedures were weak. Budget cuts and organizational changes were exempt, creating vulnerabilities. Many MOC actions were overdue, and some changes were performed before approval, including the placement of trailers near hazardous area. Now we move to the lesson learned of the case study. The first one is leadership and accountability. Safety commitment must start from the senior leaders who allocate resources and maintain oversight. Without executive ownership, PSM programs will erode. Second, measure the right things. Use both leading and lagging process safety indicators, not only the personal safety metrics. Third, maintain mechanical integrity and test safeguards. Regular calibration, alarm testing, site glass cleaning, and vent capacity verification are essential to prevent latent failures become active hazards. Fourth, build a learning culture and strong communication. Investigate incident to root cause and share lessons across sites and ensure clear handovers and delegation during shift changes. Lastly, formalize procedures on MOC PSSR. Eliminate informal practices on all operational changes, and startup must follow the MOC and a thorough PSSR to confirm readiness. Now, in conclusion, the Texas City Refinery disaster highlights how multiple weaknesses across process safety management, equipment integrity, leadership, and operational discipline can combine to create a catastrophic event. The incident was not caused by a single failure, but a chain of unsafe practices, failure instruments, poor communication, and inadequate oversight that developed over many years. This case study demonstrates that effective safety system requires strong leadership commitment, reliable equipment, clear procedures, and a culture that prioritizes learning and continuous improvement. Understanding these breakdowns allows industries to strengthen their own safety practices and prevent similar tragedies in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.